Well, here in Kyiv, there's a real sense of apprehension about what the coming weeks and months will hold. Today marks 1,000 days since Russia invaded this country. The Kremlin and many others thought this would be over in a matter of days, that there would be Russian tanks rolling through these streets behind me. But Ukraine proved to be a far more resilient adversary than Vladimir Putin expected. Now, it's fair to say this war has reached a critical point for Kyiv. The Russians are making slow, grinding advances in the east, and we now have thousands of North Korean troops being deployed to fight in Kursk, this region of Russia where Ukraine has a small foothold. But the biggest concern isn't so much tactical as political. It's the arrival of Donald J. Trump next January and what that will mean for the country. The US is by far the biggest contributor to Kyiv, more than $100 billion in direct military aid. If President Trump turns that off, will Europe be able to ramp up production and fill that gap? That will be a huge, perhaps impossible task. Now, not far from here is Kyiv's wall of remembrance, lined with the faces of thousands of dead Ukrainian soldiers. We spoke to one young woman there about living through this war, and this was her very emotional response.
The first thing I can say is that everyone else in the world outside Ukraine, they don't understand what we are facing in our regular daily life. Our cities are destroyed and totally scratched off the surface of the earth. People are being killed all the time, and all this horrible stuff, it's not clear and open to the rest of the world. Those who aren't losing their close relatives will never understand the price we are paying. Every day we walk through the centre of the city and see people without their legs, without their hands. The rest of the world are not doing as much as they need to. We still need so much help.
Well, that gives you a real sense of the enormous human impact this war is having on everyone in this country. The stress of losing friends, the airstrikes, and the destruction of their country. Now, Ukraine has lost 70,000 troops killed or injured. Russia possibly close to 700,000. Now, today there are reports from Moscow that Ukraine has fired American long-range ATACMS missiles into Russia itself for the first time. If true, then that will mark another red line crossed, and this city, like others across the country, will be bracing themselves for Russia's response. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News in Kyiv.
Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.